Team Fortress 2 is a classic, a game that despite being over 16 years old still has a loyal and dedicated player base, acting as a glistening symbol that the best way to get success is to just make a good f***ing game. Though that's kind of Al's thing. I had my time with the game years ago, but it wasn't really for me. I prefer the other TF2. And since then I felt no need to return. What I do keep returning to though is the trailers. I'm not talking about just general trailers or animations for the game, though those are great too.
Seduce me! Right, okay. Hey there, I got a bucket of chicken.
What I'm talking about is the character trailers. TF2 has a trailer for each of its 9 characters. Spy, Scout, Pyro, Sniper, Engineer, Heavy, Demo Man, Soldier, Medic. There's also one for a sandwich, but that's not important right now. I've watched these a dozen times, I'll watch them a dozen more, and I'm not alone in that. These videos have amassed an incredible number of views, with the most popular being over 80 million. The result of thousands of people like me coming back again and again for over a decade. But why? Why does everyone come back to watch these ancient 720p polygonal character trailers, while things like Overwatch's gorgeous animated shorts with bright colourful characters get only a fraction of the views? Well, I think I figured it out. I'll give you the short version. What should have been an easy copy-paste job making small character expo trailers turned into a series of intricately detailed, well-written, well-directed, beautifully scored character trailers, each of which takes on an almost completely different genre or style, to not only give us an idea of what these characters are like as people, but what kind of fighter they are, and in turn, which one you're going to want to play as. Presumably, a few people really loved their jobs, and as a result, we've got a few small, timeless character trailers. Okay, that's it. Video over. I said what I've got to say. You can go now. I am gonna overanalyze for a little bit longer if you want to stick around. Only if you want to, though. I don't want to pressure you. I'll start with the details. The most unlikely things that these videos have is small details. For example, when Scout prods his camera, it leaves a smudge on the lens which can be seen for the rest of the video. We can see that the Sniper has a bruise on his thumb, an injury commonly received when using a bolt-action rifle. And when Spy uses his butterfly knife, it's not just blurry bullshit. If you pay close attention, you can see he's using an actual trick, to the point I could learn a move by watching him. People, look at these characters. They are cartoons. We did not need accurate butterfly knife moves or any of this other stuff, but it is there, and I'm glad it is. This attention to detail shows the care that went into these. It didn't need to be there, they knew that, but they put it there anyway. Well, I'm not saying the minor details made these trailers iconic, they are a sign of the passion that did. Okay, now, basically everything else. For a bunch of character expos, you'd expect a pretty rigid format. This is Spy. He does this. He also does that. Please play our game. But they don't do that. Well, obviously they adhere to character introduction, but the way each is presented is wildly different, taking on whatever style best suits the character. Meet the Spy is an intricately detailed, non-linear mystery thriller. You're enthralled in the mystery on a first watch, and on return viewings you'll spot all the hints to the eventual twist that you missed the first time. All while that phenomenal score builds in the background, perfectly communicating the danger these men are in. Not to mention, the writing is just fantastic.
And now he's here to f*** us. So listen up, boy.
But most importantly, it acts as an embodiment of the Spy. It's not bombastic action, it's slow, intricate, intelligent. Like a predator waiting to strike, you never know when it's going to hit you. Compare that to Meet the Scout. We quickly cut in between this sloppily executed presentation and this ridiculous action. The camera's zipping around just trying to keep up with this guy, all the while he never shuts up. Then there's Meet the Heavy. We're going slow, quiet, because he's a big man with a small head. And action. Big, loud, bombastic, he's laughing his head off because he just had a whale at fucking time. Meet the Engineer is calm. The camera holds this angle while he just sits down, plays his guitar, and lets his machines do the work. It's almost like a lifestyle advert. Become an engineer. You'll never work a day in your life. Meet the Demo Man is chaotic, alcoholic action. He recounts his story over a drink while bagpipes play in the background like it's some sort of heroic folktale, because he is a black, one-eyed Irishman. Like something out of a story. Meet the Sniper is filmed like a documentary because ultimately he's not a fighter, he's just a bloke. He drives his camper van, brushes his teeth, argues with his parents on the phone.
Not a crazed gunman, Dad, I'm an assassin. What a difference being one has a job and the other's mental sickness.
He's got a bobblehead, he waits hours for the perfect shot, and drones on about why he likes his job. Meet the Soldier cuts in between the soldier spouting patriotic babble and chaotic bloody violence, creating a contrast between this rocket-wielding maniac and whatever knight in shining armor he sees himself as, while he lectures severed heads on a fence. Meet the Pyro is structured like a horror film. We see that his own team is too afraid to even talk about him. He walks up to the town like an unstoppable monster, a force of nature, and then this glorious combo of the horror that he causes and his bizarre twisted vision of what he's actually doing. I love that it's left ambiguous as to whether Pyro is just delusional or if years of such excessive brutality has forced his mind to retreat to a land of unicorns and rainbows. Meet the Medic is insanity. Dr. Frankenstein, Tim Burton, weird insanity. The lights of war flash through this high-up window illuminating the scene. This man is operating on a conscious patient, his heart in hand. He shoos his dove out of the patient's chest because, and I quote, "It's filthy in there." He's got a head in his fridge.
Kill me later.
In the background, this gloriously crazy orchestra builds up. He laughs with glee at his creation. Even his dimwit patient is nervous now.
Are you sure this will work?
I have no idea!
And he graces the battlefield like an angel, a necessary evil. The Team Fortress 2 character trailers are iconic because they're fucking fantastic. Okay, I'm done now. Bye.